Hey guys, sorry for the messy hair. That's the neighbor's cat. Sorry for a second. So I'm going for a walk again. Had a long day. So we had to, well, not we, but the lady we sit for, me and my mom, you need a kitty. She had her dental appointment today. Good news is, at least her dental stuff is better. That was a big concern last time. I've been making her do the stuff herself. Her kids really want us to do everything for her. I'm like, it's probably not going to be a good idea. When I was told about it, we had one person that said what we were thinking. She was like, oh no, I'm not going to have her bite me. And probably not even 2-3 hours later, when her son was trying to get her to brush her teeth and try to get in there, she bit him. So we're like, see? So, I just been prepping the stuff for her and making her do it and telling her how to do it. My allergies been getting bad this week. So this wasn't bad as it was last week. I really should have took a jacket with me. I left it at work. I'm gonna do a different. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, a different route. Try to stay close to home. So. Guys are doing good. It's a little too loud for me, so I try to not talk too much. So I don't always talk as loud as I should be. So I wonder how everybody's doing. How the day's going. Doing what Christina Rado says. I love watching her. She says, drink your water, go for a walk, or something like that. Could have done better with my water today. I did have like 2 or 3 bottles. I know I need more. Yeah. I could be doing better with my dieting. I don't think I've lost anything yet anymore. I know I put 2 pounds back on, but it feels like I'm toning up a little bit. So hopefully this muscles gain. Stretch takes too long for me to walk. Definitely going a different route tomorrow. And tomorrow's supposed to be Walk With Me Wednesdays. So I might do a video then too. Just kind of talk what's on my mind. Anything random. So I guess our neighbor's on the new fence. It's cute. Anyways, I'm glad that where I can not be around the cars. Sometimes it's harder for me to concentrate when it's so much noise and loud. I've always been like that. So, kind of what's on my mind today, or last few days. And it's some videos I have come across. I've even had, what have we on this one? Someone I know, when I worked in the school cafeteria, there's a lot of kids that come through that I still know, especially in high school. I watched a lot of them grow up. Some of them, their families been in church and they brought them. So that's usually how I know them. Most of the times it's the church kids, friends of the family, or I know them. Usually they see me like, "Hey, Miss Karen." Now those girls, young. I'm not downing anybody for this. But it's kind of. Somebody was staring right at me. I'm like, they're staring. That makes me uncomfortable. A lot of things make me uncomfortable. I'm sorry, kind of neurodivergent. I say kind of, but when I had to go back to get my Social Security back. Of course, I got sent to the doctors. Everything after the fact. They said I was autistic, but I don't know. Did some research. I still want to do some more, but I mean, I can see some things, but not everything. I kind of feel like I'm more ADHD, which I think some of those. Gosh, people are so weird. So, yeah, so it's just like, anyways, I just one of those people that, I was really bad as a kid, but I'm not, like, I was hyperactive, but I find it hard to, a lot of times, sit still, and things I have to constantly be doing something, keeping my mind busy, my hands, just different things. And it's hard for me to really focus. And I was like, I want to be in church. I want to listen to the preacher and all. And even in Sunday school, sometimes it's very hard. And I tend to zone out a lot. So, that's why my mind's everywhere. I know there's some people who are high functioning with autism. So maybe that might be me. I talk to my doctor more, a regular doctor, and just see where I can go from there. We'll get past these people and think what's in my mind. That's what I've been thinking about. I don't know if I'll do my video walks this time. Unless it gets cooler, a little warmer. We're starting to get, it's still cool or really cold, but not as much. I just feel where people are out more right now at this time, and I know it's just a self-conscious thing. I need to get over it, but I just want to be comfortable doing these videos. So anyways, no, yeah, she's a little bit younger. I'm not going to down anybody, and I feel like nobody should down anybody for has to do with being tired. Now, it's like this girl, I watched her grow up some, dealt with her entire high school years. I think she was in middle school when her and her family started coming. So, I don't know. She's a nice girl, but because now she graduated, she's married, and got married, got 2 little kids, 2 toddlers. Yeah, she kind of has that I don't say idea, but almost like it's what you have to be careful how you project yourself, what you say, how you say it, what you do. But it's like she's got that idea that, or ideal that, because she's got kids, they're small, and she works, that she's better than the single people that have no kids, or married people, no kids. And like, people like her are the only ones that should be tired, that nobody else has an excuse. And it's like, to me, that's a wrong kind of thinking. Yes, when you're a parent, you know, there's that extra added tired. So I'm tired because of my kids. There's other things, and there's other different factors. And it's like, not just her. And I'm trying to be careful how I present myself to her and talk to her, or wonder if I should. Well, I'm not married. I haven't physically birthed anybody, you know. But I have had to help raise my sister's kids, 5 of them. They stayed with us on and off. I'm the one that mainly took care of them. You know, had to take them to the work, school before I go to work, get them. You know, sometimes she'll get them. My sister wouldn't really, or it still isn't, being a mom to them. The oldest one's now in his 20s. He don't really have anything to do with her. It's just, she got on drugs and all that stuff, and alcohol, and she's been arrested and homeless, walking around. She lost her kids to the state twice when she moved to Oregon. I say twice. I think she almost did, lost them the second time. But her husband, soon to be ex-husband, we'll see, because he said he wants to divorce her. He's given her till May, or at the end of May. After that, she'll straighten up. He's going to say, hey, she abandoned these kids, and I'm a sole caretaker. And it's kind of wrong to put them all on him for her to do, because he's physically disabled. He just got his disability check, can barely walk and do things, and he's in a scooter. And so he's having to take care of them on a $900 Social Security check. I haven't been able to work maybe the last 5 years or so, 6, just because he doesn't have enough quarters. He didn't get SSI or SSDI. It was one of the other. I don't remember, but so I don't know how it is. I'm dealing with kids all ages, from a year and a half, from baby all up to adulthood. So I was more a parent. Even a couple of them slept on me. I was like, Mom, like, oh yeah, sorry, Aunt Karen. And I kind of like being that role because I'm like, I know it's gonna be hard for me to have kids. I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Even my doctor was up front. She's like, because I have different health issues physically. I mean, I wouldn't mind having kids, but I'd be scared to have them biologically. Probably adopt. But I mean, if I do one day end up pregnant, then so be it. Because God knows what I can and can't handle. But I'd rather be married. I haven't found that right person, and I'm not going to jump into some kind of relationship just so I can say I'm married and have kids, and I can say, oh look, I'm better now. I'm tired for real because I have kids. There's different kinds of tired. I understand having kids is tiring. I know that. I've had to take care of my sister's kids. All she did was, for a while, sleep, eat, and go to work. She'll wake up 20 minutes before she's due to work. Jump in the shower, eat something all the way there. Come back. She might sit up for a few minutes, or go right back to sleep. She'll lay down all day, most of the part of the night. She'll work at nights. So, I know what that's like. And other people's had to take care of her kids. Besides me, like my mom, the other grandmother, and they already had raised kids. I mean, we do it because that's family. You just, thing you want to do takes a backseat for a while, as long as you can, because you had that, supposed to have that love for your family. And those people, kids can't help those situations, and they need a place, to stay with. All right, anyways, moving on. But to me, that really bugged me. And I say bug me, but when people go and do and say stuff like that, it's like something just, you feel it's not right. It's not, not the right heart, attitude, way to see things. But there's other reasons you can be tired. You could be tired no matter what. You don't have to have kids just to be tired and have to work a full-time job. Some jobs are so demanding and tiring that sometimes you just want to go home, maybe throw off your clothes, maybe put on, your nightgown or whatever you do. I don't even want to think about it. But it's like, you're no better than anybody else. Nobody. And it's not, you shouldn't ever see yourself like that or think that way. I mean, you might do something better than somebody in one area, and somebody can do something better than you. But besides the point, we ain't nobody's better than anybody else. And it's like, I was like, oh Lord, please don't ever say something like that to me, because, like, I'll try to be nice and polite as I can be, but I'll let you know real quick that just because you got a kid or several kids doesn't mean that other people can't be tired too. It's just, I know how my mom was. She was a single parent for a while, worked full time, worked a second job. I've helped her with other jobs. That was on the side, because I was old enough to do it. I was in high school when all that happened. People have physical issues that just they can have a good day work out, do stuff, maybe overdo it sometimes, and the next day they can't get out of bed. I mean, there's actual medical issues that do that to you. No one for sure. I can't think of the name of it, but I was watching a video about it. I've heard of that. There's some that have they're mentally worn out. There's just so much stuff that they go through, and you just want to sit there and just crash for a little bit. You're constantly tired, no matter what you do. Try to go to bed early, get your 8 hours sleep. You can still be tired. You can oversleep and be tired because you slept too much. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Some people I know work 10, 13 hours a day. Sometimes all on their feet. Sometimes they work 2 jobs just to make ends meet. They're involved in so many things. I mean, yeah, sure, nobody asks you to be involved with things that are voluntary, but you know, some people like to making up change. Some people like to volunteer, do stuff. Sometimes you shouldn't overwork yourself. But I mean, I'm not even covering probably the basis of everything. But it got me thinking about stuff. It's like, why are people trying to act like they're better than somebody because they're tired too? You can be single or married, no kids, and still be tired, no matter what. And nobody should make anybody feel bad because they don't have kids and they're tired. I mean, it's different reasons. I know when I got COVID, I mean, like, I struggled for 2 years to get over everything. I was so tired, I wanted to sleep all the time. And that wasn't me. I mean, I like to sleep, but everything wore me out. You know? I'm still not 100%, but I'm better off than what I was. I say 70, 85% better. But there's times it's like, I do okay, barely getting any sleep for a little bit. Then 3 days later, I'm like, I need sleep. You know, I really get my eyes open. I just can't do that stuff anymore. And I'm getting older too, so that doesn't help. So when you get older, your body's slowing down. And you gotta learn how to adjust with it. And not everybody's body is the same. And that's another thing. It's like, you can't tell somebody that they can't be tired. You don't know what they're going through physically, mentally, emotionally. There's several different factors that can make them drained and tired, wore out. I mean, we all got to start doing better. I was hoping this won't be a long video, but it's just, people are a mess now. I wish people would stop. I mean, I know you can't make people do anything, you know, but really, people need to just stop and think about stuff like that. And hey, it's not all about you. It's not like, oh, I got this and this and this and that and the other to do. Other people got a lot of stuff to do too. You know, I hope I'm making sense. I was hoping I'll be more better with what I'm saying, trying to get to the point. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like we can do better as a society and not just try to put people down, you know, for something. You know, I tell people, like, hey, if they ask me how I'm doing, I'm like, I'm sorry, but that situation normal. I'm always tired. I was like, I'm doing a lot of stuff, and it just, I was like, and having to deal with a person with dementia, it's like several, I had to explain it to him. I was like, it's like dealing with several different toddlers in one body. She's all over the place, getting into everything, can't even turn around hardly to do anything, like go to the bathroom or to eat yourself. And to do dishes or cook. Because it's like as soon as you turn your back for 1 second, she's doing something. Then you have to deal with her cussing you out and all kinds of stuff. And I mean, she can be the sweetest everything in 1 minute and they'll cuss you out and trying to run you over the next. You know? And yelling at you. So there's a lot to be dealt with. And like when I was working in the kitchen, I look forward to my days off, my weekends, and the days that the kids get off, because they work you. You get so tired, and having physical issues as it is, and you're on your feet. I know the weight doesn't help. I put on weight because I couldn't. Once I I think what I was going to say. Like, being on that floor for hours, just sitting there, picking up stuff, heavy stuff. Well, they're too low to the ground. And you just don't want to do anything once you got home because you're tired and hurt. And ibuprofen and Tylenol and all that didn't even hurt at work. Sometimes. I'll cut my shit for a second. So I was trying to look at we have this huge ditch on this between our street and the street behind us. I want to get someone set up a homeless camp there. Not sure, but I don't want to go back there and find out. They found snakes and all kinds of stuff. And they're at the city that cleans it out periodically. Oh yeah. So, yeah, it's like, I have a muscle disorder, loose muscle disorder, basically. I don't have good, gross things, motor, whatever they're called. Yeah, so, it's hard for me to pick up heavy stuff and to tote different things and to get a good grip. I drop stuff all the time. I'm surprised I haven't broke. I mean, I have broke blocks, but not as much as people think. And, so I'll probably do a video on that, like, what that disability is. And it affects my muscles a lot. Like, yesterday, after I got home from my walk, just bending over to pick up something, hurt my lower back. I fell multiple times because I'm just clumsy. I just don't have that good balance to begin with. And, I've had several concussions, which don't help. And last time I hit the sink at work, a huge metal sink, thought I was out enough, so I had to go back under there and clean because nobody else would do it. Which I should know better not to do. So yeah, I hit my head really hard. Top of it hurt all this on my shoulders. I went to pick up a box out of my car, which I shouldn't have done because it was too heavy. Re-injured us and had muscle spasms for at least 2 or 3 months. it was about, I think, August and beginning of January. It slowly started going away. Now it's March, and it's completely gone. I mean, it hurts from time to time, but it's not having those spasms anymore. And that was getting intense. I've had to go to my doctor 2 or 3 times for that. Because it was getting, I have a high pain tolerance, but it was getting where it was so annoying and it was starting to hurt worse. And I was like, I know I need to get that checked out, because how am I going to help, at work or anything, get things done. Sorry about that. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. To do that. And I've got a lot of stomach issues from my intestines. I've been in and out of hospital with that some. So it's just, and I found out I got IBS, the C. So my stomach is constantly. I'm doing medicine, some natural medicine that's helping, and I'm having to watch what I eat and stay away from bread as much as possible, because it's one thing that's bothering me. I had to stay away from seeds. I guess because of the weight gain, I had the diverticulitis. I was in the hospital for that. Almost had to have surgery because everything was starting to bust. Not say everything, but a certain area. Sorry about trying to be too TMI that gross anybody out. So I had that. I was in the hospital for that right in February of 2020. And so that March was when COVID really hit us. And I'm kind of glad they shut down the schools, because that gave me time to heal up. That was a blessing for me. That wasn't a blessing to a lot of people. That was for me physically. And I go get better. I started, working out. I'm like, what? I need to get this weight off me. I've never been over 200 pounds. I never much less been 200. And then I turned around 2 months into my workouts and trying to lose weight. And I get COVID. And I tell you, I dealt with coughing for months. I dealt with exhaustion and tiredness for months. And they said it could take months, years even, to get completely over. So, and I was kind of thinking I was the only one that had to deal with that. But one of my mom's customers, when she was working in retail, until near the end of last year, said he was going through the same thing, that his kids didn't believe him. He was like, it's nice to know that somebody else, had to deal with the same things. I was like, yeah, I thought I was the only one too. Nobody believed me, Until recently, someone was like, oh man, I can't get rid of this cough. I had COVID. It's been several months. I'm like, try to tell y'all wouldn't listen. So, wouldn't be mean about it, but I was like, kind of smiling, laughing. I'm like, I understand that, Yeah, that car does that like every day, just about. I'm not going to say what kind of house it is, but it's a certain kind of house that sells certain things that they shouldn't be selling. White people, so I don't want anybody thinking I'm talking about other things. So I feel like I had to I probably shouldn't clarify it, but I feel like I had to, because of how certain people are. As people get bad where they just want to assume something. But even if you try to clarify things, they still want to assume something. So I don't know. But I think I'm going to head and end this now and finish my walk before we get started. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, guys, I forgot one other thing. The videos I was talking about that I'm seeing have been on mostly YouTube, Facebook Reels, and like I said, a person I personally know. So I want to know what you guys think on that topic. I'm very interested on seeing what everybody says. I'll please be nice and not be mean in the comment section. I do want to see what everybody says in the comment section of what of that and all. Just please don't be rude, nasty, mean. Like I said in my other videos, or a couple other ones. I mean, if it gets really bad, I'm gonna have to report it, delete it, something. You know, we're not here to be nasty and mean to each other. It's okay to debate and say, hey, I think this way, or believe this way. We'll have different opinions and all. That's what makes us us, and that's how God created us, to be different. Whether you believe that or not, you know. I'm not going to down on you, dog ear down, be down on you if you don't believe the way I believe, you know. So, yeah, tell me what y'all think of what I was talking about with the whole tiredness and, oh, you can only be tired if you got kids. So, I just want to see what other people say. So, I'll see y'all guys later, and I'm going to finish my walk and go home. Bye! I just want to show you guys this. They've been working on this area. I'm kind of curious what they've been doing, but this is at the end of 2 streets behind me. So I guess they're redoing this and making a sidewalk, which I think there might be a sidewalk. I hope that's a sidewalk, because that'd be great, because I've been having to go in a circle for cul-de-sac, and they're redoing this road. We had actually had several bad potholes right in this area, and it's not like we get a lot of traffic right there. Well, we've had neighbors tell us that they've seen people drop off animals there, and I don't know if they ever make it or not, because I haven't really seen much, but I know our neighbor across the street has a ton of cats. So, yeah, I was walking down there earlier, you know. But yeah, this area really needed it. We had to get repiping done on my road towards the end. I'm sorry if y'all hear me going to town and farting. Sometimes I just can't hold it in. So, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be nasty, but sometimes I just can't help it. Again, with the muscle stuff. So, yeah, I wanted to go check over there and see what was going on, because I seen them working some last week, I believe it was. Oh, excuse me. So this is the ditch I was talking about, but I was looking at the other side. It runs behind my street. It's on the other side where I've seen a whole bunch of stuff, like a homeless camp. So I always like this house. It's so pretty and kept up. And it's an older couple that lives there. Like, darn. This is the end of my road. house I'm pointing at too. Now that little area, there's something I did not notice. I've been in this neighborhood the last week of May of 2003. I moved here in this neighborhood. It took me till I think last year or year before to realize something there. And one of the neighbors I just passed was out on his phone. So I was out on his phone, and he noticed it too. Apparently, he went in the yard while they weren't there, which I wouldn't have done. If I known nobody lived here, probably would have. And I want to have to probably look at it if they ever move out, because it's a rental. So this is where we had the work done, the piping. They just returned that, so he can't see the other end. Anyways, apparently there's a small stone there, and the way it's shaped and it looks like a headstone. Now, this used to be a farm land, which I know most places probably were before they came in the neighborhood. I've had an next door neighbor say it, the neighbor next to him on the other side, and the one across from him. So all three were original homeowners to this neighborhood. When they built this street, they were the first ones. And they said it was farmland. One of my friends' dads, he's got to be 60s, almost 70 now. He mentioned it. My mom was like, I didn't know that. He's one of the first one that mentioned it before I even moved here. I think 6 months to a year before we moved over here. I'm like, oh, really? Now, sometimes, some things he said, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Sometimes he'll pull your leg or whatever. So I mentioned it to my mom, and she's like, oh, yeah, it was. I done forgot about it. And I was walking 2 streets over, and this older gentleman was out. Oh. Yeah, so this older gentleman was out checking his mail, and I was walking, and he's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I invited him out to church, because I had flyers on me. And we got talking, and he's like, yeah, this used to be old farmland. I was one of the first ones on this street in this area to get a house and all. And I've been here ever since. But this has been some years back. Probably no longer with us because he was that old. I mean, he was still getting up and going to the mailbox. I mean, he might have been slow walking, but he made it there and back. Yeah. I was good talking to him. I know some older people need to talk to, some people who will sit there and listen to them. It does them good. And it might do you some good too, because you learn something. There's always something different. They always got stories, But if you see me one other time and he asked me how I'm doing, and they said the same thing. So I want to see what kind of farm was in this neighborhood. And back in those days, early 1900s, the 1700s, and all, they would bury people on their property or have a small area designated for that. So, I mean, it could very well be a headstone. I can't tell there's any writing on it because it's old and green and has green on it. It's not all green, but I'm sure if it could be cleaned somehow without ruining it, we can see something. But that's all. That's all I want to say. That was one of the original owners. She's done passed away, unfortunately. But she was the neighborhood gossip and watch out on you. Call the police if she sees a car at your house and you're sitting in the car talking to your friend because they just dropped you off and you're saying bye. because she done that before. I had to say that because, I mean, I kind of laugh about it now. She was old. She was in her 80s. That's the original owner, original house. Those were one of the first ones built, I should say. Original people, you know, either they moved out or most of them passed on, and some are still around. I know ours was made in the 60s, I think, mid to late 60s. I gotta look that up. I help pay with the taxes, so I should know. Anyways, I want to end it. I want to leave y'all alone, YouTube people. Hello. I think that's all I had to say. I'll see about doing a video tomorrow. If not, please don't be mad at me. If I find something that I'll talk about, I gotta find time this week to do Bible study. So I'll see you guys later.